Greetings, Rockstar Nation. Chris and Mark here. If you're listening to this episode of Backstage Pass, you probably know already that we have a brand new Rockstar Pro champion. Right, Mark?
Yeah, that we do. Aaron Williams won the Cicero Cup this past Wednesday, and guess what? He decided to cash in his opportunity at any championship he saw fit right then and there. He went after the big one, the Rockstar Pro Championship, and he beat Ron Mathis. What a crazy night that was.
A shocking moment, absolutely floored everyone in the Rockstar Pro arena.
Unbelievable.
It was just a magical moment, and Aaron, justified, I think, in cashing in at that very moment because his longest reigning championship title reign. I know I said reign too many times.
That's all right. It's redundant, but it's fine.
Was being challenged by Ron Mathis. You've got the numbers, right, Mark?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Aaron Williams, he held the title, the Rockstar Pro Championship, the longest ever in Rockstar history, for 238 days from November 13th, 2013, till July 9th, 2014. And Ron Mathis, he was just 2 days short of passing that number. So this past Wednesday, that was the last opportunity that Aaron Williams had to take that title away from him so that Ron Mathis wouldn't become the newest longest reigning champion.
Right.
And Aaron took advantage and he won. And now Ron Mathis's reign was only 236 days. And Aaron Williams becomes the first ever two-time Rockstar Pro champion. I mean, what a night that was.
Absolutely amazing. Talk about seizing the day, right?
Unbelievable.
So here's the thing. We didn't want to re-record an entire introduction. It would really mess with the episode. We recorded episode 34 just before the Amped on October 28th, that historic night when Williams became the two-time Rockstar Pro champion. We didn't want to really mess with what we already had, but we wanted to at least address the fact that we have a new champion.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, little did we know that we'd have a new champion at the end of the night, right? I mean, if we knew that, we probably would have recorded at a different time, but you never know what's going to happen in Rockstar Pro. That's why you show up each and every Wednesday. History was made on October 28th. What a night it was.
Absolutely. So, without any further ado, here's Backstage Pass episode 34, recorded just hours before Aaron Williams became the first ever two-time Rockstar Pro champion. Enjoy.
Rockstar Pro! Rockstar Pro! Rockstar Pro! Rockstar Pro!
Welcome to Backstage Pass, the Rockstar Pro Wrestling's official podcast. It's the ultimate opportunity to look behind the scenes at Rockstar Pro and hear from the wrestlers themselves. Now here are your hosts, Chris Poland and Mark Turner.
Greetings and welcome to episode 34 of Backstage Pass, Rockstar Pro Wrestling's official podcast. Wow, that's a mouthful.
Yes, it is, and it's been 34 episodes already.
Yeah.
34. Crazy.
If episodes were years, this podcast would be older than you.
Oh, yeah, it would be. By 3. I'm 31 already.
Today!
Today, I'm 31 years old. That's right.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Everybody here has been greeting me with a happy birthday.
Yeah?
I'm surprised everybody knew my birthday. I mean, that's great.
Well, hey, it's all downhill from here.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm in my 30s now. I'm no longer just 30.
Right.
I'm firmly entrenched in the 30s.
Damn straight.
Oh, well.
Coming up next, 40s.
Yeah. I'll take the 30s over the 40s.
Yeah,
that's for
totally.
sure.
So, obviously, I'm joined by my co-host, Mark Turner. Mark,
Hi.
great to have you.
Hi.
I am Chris Poland, been doing this damn thing for 34 episodes now. We're nearing our 3-year anniversary.
Man, that's crazy to think about, isn't it?
You've been here for most of that.
I believe so.
Yeah, after Griffin Gunn left me high and dry.
Yeah, that he did.
You came in and saved the day.
What's up with that guy?
I don't know, legions of fans, girls hanging off of him, etc.
It is a tough life being a podcast host.
Same story. It's true. It's
so
true.
Here, I miss some of those great early episodes. I mean, Rich Swann and who else?
Chris Brooks.
Oh, Chris Brooks, man.
Nigel McGuinness, he was on an early episode.
Wow, blast from the past here.
Yeah.
Good times.
Good times indeed.
Hey, let's make some good times right now in this episode.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Well, let's talk a little bit before we get into what's going on November 6th. let's talk about our last internet pay-per-view, Horrorcore. Mark, why don't you hit us with some of the highlights from Horrorcore?
I'll tell you what, Horrorcore, it was crazy, man.
It was.
It was absolutely insane. And I know we've been saying it month after month. It seems like each pay-per-view can't be topped, right?
Yeah.
And we thought that heading into Horrorcore.
We did.
And then Horrorcore somehow raised the bar yet again.
Horrorcore was nuts.
Every single match was off the charts. I mean, you could say half of the card could have been a main event.
Oh, easily.
At least.
Easily.
And I mean, we had Jake Christ and David Starr, sensational matchup. We had the 6-man, that kind of turned into a 7-man, casket match, in which Alex Colon got put into a casket by OI4K Inc.
Right.
And Mathis and Ganger in the main event TLC match. I mean, Mathis held on. He retained the championship. But, I mean, Ganger put up one heck of a fight. And, you know, Ganger trying to prove he's the most hardcore, that may have cost him the belt.
Well, may have. I'd say it definitely did. You know, Mathis, he may not be able to claim he's more hardcore than Ganger now, but he does get to say he's still Rockstar Pro champion.
Yeah, he does.
So all that great stuff on Horrorcore. Plus, you know, we've talked about before, an event or a match that would be a main event on any other card, Aaron Williams and Shane Strickland.
Absolutely. And it was a submission match, and it was a heck of a matchup, and Shane Strickland came out on top that night, but it could have gone either way.
Oh, easily. So be sure to hop on to good old DIYWrestling.com or come to an Amped and pick up a DVD. Horrorcore is well worth every penny.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, but since then, going into the month of October and all throughout the month of October, it has been our annual Cicero Cup tournament, and a great tournament. This year it has been. I'm talking like Yoda or something. What's going on?
You definitely are.
I really struggled to finish that sentence.
Struggle you might. But yeah, it's been a great tournament so far, no doubt about it. I mean, Nate Wings, Jake Christ. I mean, for those that don't know,
right.
We are recording this before Wednesday, before the finals happen of the Cicero Cup.
Immediately before.
And we have Nate Wings versus Jake Christ, and the winner of that will face Aaron Williams. And I mean, any of those three names will be great winners of this tournament this year, no doubt about it.
You couldn't ask for two better matches, really.
No, not at all.
And, you know, a lot at stake. Again, if you win the Cicero Cup tournament, you get that Cicero Cup contract, which states that you can challenge at any time for any Rockstar title. That's the tag team titles, the Luchacore title, and let's not forget the Rockstar Pro Heavyweight Championship.
I mean, what an advantage that is. I mean, you can challenge for any title at any time you want. Mm-hmm. That's what it's all about. Everybody wants to get gold here in Rockstar Pro, and this is the path right here, winning the Cicero Cup. And we know it's going to be one of those three men, Aaron Williams, Jake Christ, or Nate Wings. I mean, I can't wait to find out tonight.
Yeah, I'm super excited. By the time you hear this, it will have already been decided. You know, hey, that's radio magic or something like that. So let's focus on upcoming events. Upcoming events. November coming fire. Ouch. On November 6th, that's coming up on Friday, here at 1106 East 3rd Street.
Whoa, you just blew my mind.
I just started throwing out numbers, man.
Did you even realize that connection? I didn't realize that connection until you just said it. November 6th at 1106 East 3rd Street. But man, November coming fire.
Yeah.
All you need to know, Dave Christ, David Starr, 60-minute Ironman match, boom, drop the mic, walk out.
Yeah.
Tickets sold right there.
Yeah. If you were one of the billions of internet marks freaking out over Sasha versus Bailey, well then, this is bound to top it because it's 30 minutes longer.
Absolutely. I mean, they went 30, right? And they acted like that was the longest, craziest match ever. They're going twice as long, and you know Dave Christ and David Starr, they're going to be doing all this off-the-charts insane. Anything they can do. And I mean, with the hatred they have with one another now.
Oh, yeah.
We saw how good the match quality was when they were friends.
Yeah.
Now that they hate each other, all bets off.
Oh, yeah. And these guys aren't bosses. These guys are kings.
Absolutely. King of Taunts and the King of Dayton.
Hell yeah. In a 60-minute Ironman match, you know, when you throw OI4K into the mix, you never know what's going to happen. I think that this is going to be a spectacular match.
No doubt about it. I mean, not just any wrestler can perform in a 60-minute Ironman match.
Right.
That's for sure. I mean, it takes a heck of a lot of endurance, a lot of ability, all of that. But Dave Christ has done it several times before. David Starr, he has the pedigree to do it. I'm not sure if he's competed in one,
Right.
but he has the pedigree to compete in a 60-minute Ironman match.
Certainly.
I mean, I can't wait for it.
Yeah, I think it'll be a great one. But obviously, the card is more than a single 60-minute match. We'll also see Sid Fabulous go one-on-one against the bulldozer, Matt Tremont.
The bulldozer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait for that one. I mean, Sid Fabulous went one-on-one with Michael in an ultra-violent match
Right.
at our last pay-per-view, and now he gets another ultra-violent person in the bulldozer Matt Tremont. Yeah, that's going to be crazy.
We also know of some visiting guests that will be here. It's been announced Tim Donst will be at the show, as well as Joe Gacy. And just recently, we've seen the match signed, Gory versus Maverick.
Oh, how about that? I mean, Gory and Maverick, they faced off a few times before, and it's been great every time. I can't wait to see the next chapter.
And finally, we're going to have some tag team titles defended, as well as the Rockstar Pro Championship. The Baddest Killers Alive will defend their tag team championships against 1, 2, 3, I don't know. A number of teams possibly coming up at November Coming Fire.
Oh, the tag team division is as hot as ever.
Oh, no
Is
question.
it as hot as fire?
It's as hot as Coming Fire.
I was hoping you'd go somewhere with that. But it is hot right now, and there are a lot of tag teams that want that tag team gold.
Yeah.
There are a lot of tag teams lined up. But yeah, you don't know who the Baddest Killers Alive are going to face off against, but it's going to be stiff competition in Coming Fire
You know it.
on Friday
Big
the 6th.
jokes! That's not, again, as we said, the only championship being defended. We will see Ron Mathis, the Rockstar Pro champion, defending and reigning, versus DJ Hyde. And I gotta say, Mark, I am super torn about this one.
Yeah, that's a good point. But the one thing is, if you want to see the title off of Ron Mathis,
Yeah.
DJ Hyde might be the one guy that has his number. I mean, here in Rockstar Pro
Yeah.
and in CZW, they faced off a few times, and every time DJ Hyde's come out on top, and he's looked pretty good in doing so, pretty dominating in doing so.
Oh, yeah, that lariat is killer. Killer.
That it is.
But, it still boggles the mind, right? You either have the white trash era, right?
Right.
Or you have DJ Hyde in power. And I don't know how short our fans' memories may be, but DJ Hyde had his own little goddamn reign of terror
That he did.
when he was in here. Call me Natalie Imbruglia. I'm torn.
Well, I mean, it's a good point, but it's kind of one of those things where you have a bad president, and then you get a new president, and you don't like the way he's gone, and you almost long for the days of the old bad president, right?
yeah.
It's kind of like that right now.
It kind of is.
Yeah, but the thing is, when you talk about Ron Mathis, you said white trash. What do you think about this white trash golden opportunity that he's throwing out here around lately?
Personally, I think it's awesome. I love to see a title holder, welcome new competition. Say, hey, you want to get a shot? Here's your opportunity. It seems out of character for me that Ron Mathis would do something like this, but maybe it just shows how desperate he is right now.
I mean, I like the idea of him having new competition, new young competition facing for the title, but the thing is, he puts so much caveats on this golden opportunity.
Right.
Like, you can't be a former champion.
Right.
Any champion.
Of any sort.
And you can't be Kyle Craven.
Right.
And then you might be able to challenge.
Right.
It's one of those things, right?
Yeah.
It's like XXX. So basically, I think he's facing people he believes he can defeat, right?
Maybe.
I don't know. But either way, it's a good opportunity for youngsters on the
Certainly.
the roster to get a huge opportunity, maybe become champion.
Oh, yeah, not only to get that chance to become champion, but just to hold your own with the champ, really, I think, shows your potential as a wrestler.
Yeah.
So we hope to see you here at 1106 East 3rd Street in beautiful Dayton, Ohio, for November Coming Fire. Ouch! November 6th, that's Friday. Doors open at 7 o'clock, first bell's at 7:30. We hope to see you there. Tickets are what, $10?
$10.
$15 for front row?
Absolutely. You can't beat it.
You
Don't be a
can't.
dummy. Come on, get here.
Don't be an idiot. Come to Rockstar.
Don't be a loser.
So, before we throw you to the spotlight segment, let me just say we've got some breaking news at this hour.
Breaking news. Do we have like a graphic or some noise to do? Breaking news coming in right now.
I think you just did the
Okay.
sound effect.
Yeah, just loop that forever when we have breaking news.
So, Rockstar Pro Wrestling is now available to watch on the Indie Wrestling channel if you have a Roku.
Well, wait. Say what? I got
Yeah.
a Roku. Tell me about this.
You have a Roku, you can get the Indie Wrestling channel. You can just Search for Rockstar, bam, watch some Rockstar on the Indie Wrestling Channel.
I love that. I'm going to do that right when I get home.
Everybody has a Roku now, so just watch some wrestling on it, won't you? Here's the Spotlight segment. Enjoy.
Awkward.
It's time for the Rockstar Wrestler Spotlight.
Joining us on the Spotlight segment in this month's episode, we have someone who we haven't seen for a while here in Rockstar, but someone who has certainly made an impact every time he sets foot in Rockstar Pro Arena. The leader of the Iron Curtain. We are joined by Gregory Iron.
Hello, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. That's the most cordial I think I've ever seen you beat at anyone in Dayton.
That's probably about as cordial as I'm going to get, too.
Oh, well.
Should have known better.
Yeah,
Suck.
See,
there you go.
I shouldn't have said anything. It's been a while, and I hear you've found some success at some other promotions. You hold titles in other promotions, but let's not talk about those promotions. What brings you back to Dayton, Ohio?
Well, I love the sport of pro wrestling, and I love money. So when you put those two things together, the price becomes right, and here I am in Dayton. I mean, unfortunately, I have to deal with the people and the smells and the whatnot, but luckily it's Halloween, so hopefully I won't have to see too many of their faces, and they'll be concealed by masks. Might make my life a little bit easier.
Yeah, there is a costume costume contest, pardon me.
There is.
Tonight at AMP. So yeah, you'll probably get your wish come true tonight.
Ooh, let's hope so. Maybe they actually discovered deodorant this month.
Well, yeah, so let's just get into that. You have shown nothing but disdain for the members of the Rockstar Nation. So for all our paying fans in attendance, what's your beef, man? Why do you hate the people here in Dayton so much?
Well, because they hate me, man. I mean, whether they say it or they don't say it, you can see jealousy and envy in people's eyes. So when I come out to the ring, they look and stare at me just like I got looked at and stared at when I was a small child, because I am labeled quote-unquote disabled. But at the end of the day, I feel like the Rockstar fans are more disabled than I'll ever be. I mean, look at me. At first glance, do I look like a handicapped guy? Would you think that I have a disability?
Certainly not.
Because I'm ruggedly handsome. I'm not gonna go out of the way and say like I'm like GQ handsome, but I definitely am ruggedly handsome.
You got the lumberjack thing going with the beard.
I do have sort of a lumberjack thing going on. I'm trying to remember the metrosexual term for lumberjack right now, but it escapes me. But I'd like to think that I'm kind of whatever that is.
Okay.
I am ripped as far as muscles go. I mean, you can compare my physique to anybody on the Rockstar roster, and I bet you I'd top them. And furthermore, I'm charismatic, I'm smart, I'm charming. I mean, I have all these awesome, incredible qualities that, quite frankly, the Rockstar fans don't have and will never have. And I think the biggest and most standout quality of all is the fact that I'm successful. And because these Dayton morons have never left Dayton, Ohio, and they've never found successes in their personal life because they're too fat and they're too stupid to actually go out there and reach for the stars like I do on a regular basis. They're jealous. They're jealous that a disabled guy, quote-unquote disabled guy, is going out there and making success of himself despite the circumstances, and that makes them sick. I mean, all they got to do is get off of their asses. Can I say ass? I just
You
did.
can say whatever
I mean,
you want.
Happened.
It's the internet, baby.
So if they could just get off their asses and do something and stop making excuses like I don't. Mm-hmm. I live my life by 3 words: endure, inspire, and fight. And I do all 3 of those things. It's just, the Dayton crowd is just too thick-headed to understand what I'm trying to do.
Well, I mean, I don't know about all that, but I think there's a lot of similarities. Now, are you from Cleveland, Ohio, originally?
Born and raised.
People talk a lot of shit about Cleveland, just as you talk a lot of shit about Dayton. Are there not some similarities there? Doesn't this feel like home away from home?
What
or
are people
anything?
saying about Cleveland?
Well, I mean, the mistake by the lake, all that bullshit.
Wow.
Hey, I'm a Browns fan myself, so
I'm not.
Oh, you're not?
I'm not. I mean, I'm from. I gave up on the sports teams a while ago. I mean, there's a lot of idiots in Cleveland that I have to deal with too. I mean, like I get disrespected by my own city. I get disrespected in Dayton. I mean, I might as well just move out of Ohio because they don't seem to appreciate true talent. You got a guy like LeBron James who takes a payday, goes down to Florida. You don't see Gregory Iron going down to Florida. I mean, you know how often I get phone calls to Florida, say, hey, come on down?
How often?
I can't even count the amount of times.
Really?
Okay? But the price just hasn't been right yet. So I haven't left Ohio. I haven't turned my back on my home state, yet my home state has turned their back on me because I'm successful. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, really.
It is unfortunate, and unfortunate that you feel that way, I think, because, you certainly have your supporters. In fact, you have a whole, I don't know if I should call them a gang, a whole band of professional wrestlers all across Ohio that follow your lead. Of course, I'm talking about the Iron Curtain. And the last time we saw Iron Curtain members here at Rockstar Pro, Joshua Singh was joining your organization.
Yeah. See, Josh Singh was just a lot like the Rockstar Nation, and he wasn't thinking clearly. He wasn't level-headed. He wasn't getting the opportunities that he thought he deserved. So instead of fighting a successful guy like myself, he decided to give me a buzz and ask me for some advice, ask me for a chance, an opportunity to make something of himself. Because, when you look at Josh, let's be honest, the guy's not much to look at, okay? And that's not a shot at him. I'm just stating facts, But once you put on that Iron Curtain T-shirt, you become a new man. I hear he's got 3 girlfriends now.
Really?
That was overnight. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy. As long as all 3 of them know about it and are cool with it. And,
They do.
Hey, good for him, man.
Yeah.
Good for all of them. Polyamorous, I believe we call that. Is that right?
So you got 3 girlfriends just because you put an Iron Curtain shirt on? That's it?
That's all you got to do.
That's all it takes?
That's all you got to do.
So if I put an Iron Curtain shirt on, does that mean like ladies are going to flock to me?
You could try, but it's going to be, it's going to be rough. You can give it a shot though. Shirts for you are, I'll give you a deal. I'll give you a 1 for 20 or 2 for 40.
That's not a bad deal.
Today only.
Okay. You've talked about your disdain for Dayton and the Rockstar fans.
Sure.
We've talked a little bit about the Iron Curtain. You get paid. You love pro wrestling.
Yeah.
But, is there not something else, something special about Rockstar? You may not like the fans, but, this is a promotion that keeps bringing you back. There must be something special here for you to keep coming. It can't just be the pay window. You can get paid anywhere.
Well, it's definitely not the fans. Let's make that clear. But
Yeah.
I will say that Rockstar does have a fairly talented roster. There's a lot of standout individuals in the back, but what it comes down to is I am the standout individual when I'm at Rockstar. I feel like I've not got my due yet at Rockstar Pro, and I think that's something that I got to work on a little bit. I need to start taking my respect, not earning it, taking it.
Yeah, they say professional wrestling is a business of opportunity, and if you don't take those opportunities, if you don't seize that moment, well, then you get lost in the undercard, as they say, right?
See, that's the thing, because I feel like all the places that I go, the upper management tries to hold me down, but it's like, I feel like no matter where I'm at on the card, whether I'm opening the show, I'm in the middle of the show, I'm in the main event, I feel like I'm the most memorable guy on the show. And I feel like if that's not marketability, if that's not drawing power, if that's not selling tickets, if that's not being successful, I don't know what is.
Well, you make an excellent point there. The Rockstar Nation will remember you every time that you come to and leave this stadium, or this arena. But
I remember them every time I go to the bathroom and right before I flush the toilet. Same smell. Same smell.
Don't you think they're remembering you for the wrong reasons, though? They remember you, but they remember you because, don't get me wrong, you put on a great match, but before and after you tell them how terrible they are.
What's wrong with telling people the truth? See, that's the problem with society. Nobody wants to hear the truth. I get people who write me on Facebook and on Twitter all the time. They want workout advice. Okay? They want life tips, like how do I get this job? How do I work harder in the gym? How do I do this? How do I do that? But at the end of the day, I think to myself, why am I even going to waste my energy with a response? Are you actually going to follow through, or are you just sending me a message to justify your pitiful existence? Because this is your piss poor attempt at trying to do something with yourself. Because I know how they think. I know how they operate, okay?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they just don't have the drive and the determination that I have. Now, I'll admit there's some people out there who might be actually reaching and grasping for that advice, and they might actually take it. But I've really lost my faith in humanity. It's not really helped the matter when I'm dealing with people in Dayton.
Oh, man. But don't you feel like they are, to use your own words, inspired by what they see you accomplish, and doesn't that make you feel good that they want to, lift themselves up following your example?
I feel like they're inspired for that 10 or 15-minute window that I'm in the ring, or that 5-minute that we talk, and then they go to the grocery store, and then they're inspired by the tub of butter that they then proceed to purchase off of the shelf, and then the box of chocolate, okay, because they're just Fatty McFattersons, as I like to call them. That's the technical term.
You're not very PC, are you,
Got that from a doctor. I'm not. Nothing much offends me besides Dayton and its smell.
Ugh.
I mean, that's really my biggest problems here.
Well,
Start coming in here with a clothespin on my nose.
Well, it's tough to say this when you say things like that, but we do appreciate you being on the show.
Do you?
Yeah, of course. We always love to get professional wrestlers who know their way around the ring in here to, tell us a little about what their life is like.
Tell you the truth.
Well, yeah, truth is subjective, I think.
Truth hurts.
Yeah, it can.
It's a horrible, horrible thing.
So I hesitate to ask, but do you have any parting words of wisdom, anything that you'd like to share with the Rockstar Nation before you leave us this evening?
Well, to the Rockstar Nation, I would just like to say, and I mean this sincerely, I come here week in and week out, and I see you guys. And, whether you have something good or bad to say about me, when I look into your eyes and I look at you, I think to myself, as I examine what's in front of me, I think to myself, man, has that guy or gal cleaned their shirt in days?
Oh,
When's the last time they actually put that in the washer and or the dryer? And then I think that they should purchase my T-shirt. If they don't do that at the merchandise table, they have a second chance with Pro Wrestling Tees /Gregory Iron. So, I mean, that's really the only thoughts that come to my mind when I see the Rockstar Pro fans. Also, bathing, smell. That thing again, that's...
hygiene, yeah, we get it.
It's very important. It's very important. I was reading on the internet a story about something that was invented. I don't know how long ago it was. I'm trying to think. What was the art? I think it was on Uprocks or something. Something about soap. That's what it was. Yeah, it was an article about soap and how if you put it on your body, it actually cleanses it and makes it smells better.
Right.
So it's pretty crazy. Shampoo too. I would do that.
Gregory Iron, thank you for being on Backstage Pass.
Yep.
Aaron Williams here, the baddest man alive, and although I am doing a lot of things to prepare for the Cicero Cup tournament matches tonight, hoping to take home that Cicero Cup and look forward to taking out whomever is the Rockstar Pro Champion, there's a little bit bigger thing on the table tonight. At November Coming Fire, myself and my tag team championship partner in the baddest killers alive, Jake Christ, will be defending the tag team championships in a scramble match, which means there's going to be a mass amount of teams. We don't even know who we're going against, but one thing is definitely true. You're probably going to see a pile driver party. You're probably going to see people get kicked in the face, and you're probably going to get to see people get dropped on their heads. The only way the baddest killers alive can do it, complete dominance, baby. That's what we're about.
Joining us in a special segment of Backstage Pass is the manager of Ohio Is for Killers, JT Davidson. I have some questions for JT about this upcoming 60-minute Iron Man match between his client, the King of Dayton, Dave Christ, and the King of Taunts, David Starr. So, first of all, thank you for being on the show. Much appreciated.
Absolutely.
So, just a basic question to start us off here. What do you think your man's chances are in this rubber match on November 6th?
I am almost insulted that you would even ask me what Dave Christ's chances are in this match.
I didn't mean it to be insulting.
Well, I think you need to rethink some things before you say them, sir, because I'm going to tell you right now, it's not about chances. It's about when preparation and opportunity meet.
Okay.
And this man has prepped himself. He is ready, and he is a killing machine. That is a fact.
Well, if I could also add something to
Sure,
this,
Dave Christ joining us here.
For you to say that I'm his client, it insinuates that we're only, client-manager relationship. No,
is it
we're
more
family.
than that? Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
We are family.
Absolutely.
That's why he has me prepared like he does right now.
So, I mean, you both say that Dave's very prepared here, but this is a 60-minute Iron Man match. I mean, what do you do? How do you prepare for something that's going to just push you to your physical limits like that?
Well, let me ask you this. How many times in Rockstar have you seen Dave Christ go 30 minutes, 45 minutes?
Countless.
This is the Iron Man. This is his match.
Right.
He is prepared 100%.
Okay. However, I got to throw in here. It seems like your group, Ohio is for Killers, it seems like you're often way more interested in doing physical harm to your opponents than actually winning matches. And I have to wonder if that's going to possibly work against you, or is that advantageous in a match like this?
We know how good we are.
Okay.
And it doesn't take a win-loss column to reinforce our belief in ourselves.
Okay.
If we have to strike on someone, we're going to strike. Mm-hmm. But just like anything else, we know when to get down to business. And business is about to pick up on November 6th.
Okay. One last question here. We know that, as Dave said, OI4K is a family.
Absolutely.
Can we expect family members to be ringside during this match? And if so, I mean, you have a history of getting involved, let's say, in matches.
What are you implying right now?
I'm just asking, if...
No, seriously, what are you implying?
I'm just saying that in the past, sometimes you get very zealous in a match, and you might have a propensity to get involved a little bit.
If you look up the word zeal in the dictionary, it's a positive, first off.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I have zeal, that is a good thing.
Okay.
But second of all, I am the consummate professional. Okay. I will make sure that things are just as right down the middle as any referee would. That is my job, is to make sure that things are kept well in hand. And you remember that.
Okay, I will do my best to. That's all I have. Gentlemen, best of luck on November 6th in your Iron Man match against David Starr, and I wish you both the best.
Well, it has definitely been your pleasure to have the OI4K on this interview. Let's get out of here, Dave.
Yeah.
Hello, and how are you doing? This is the man no, this isn't the man simply known as Michael. This is the mid-card messiah, simply known as Michael. And as my journey continues, thrashing and beating through the mid-card of Rockstar Pro Wrestling, I have only moments to sit and ponder on how great and terrific for not just me, but everyone, including the animals out there. How great would it be if Michael had belt? If he had gold in Rockstar? If he was like a champion amongst the other little animals running around here at Rockstar? To me, that would be a great, great thing. And I think that start of greatness will begin on November 6th at our next pay-per-view, when I face Papano Joe, the dancing clown moron that he is. Just simply put it beneath the mid-card messiah. Joe, I hope you're listening to this, because coming at the pay-per-view November 6th, November Coming Fire, after that pay-per-view is over with, you're going to be a little lonely. You're going to be a little light. You're going to lose some weight. That weight's going to come directly off of your waist. And the man simply Michael, right before the gracious holiday season, is going to gain a little bit of weight around his waist with a nice LuchaCore belt. So, Papano, get ready, get your dancing shoes out, oil them up, tappy tap 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 your way to a losing line, because the mid-card messiah, simply known as Michael, is going to be a win, win, win. And that has simply been a moment with the mid-card messiah known as Michael.
Isn't it heartwarming, Mark, to picture a young Michael, sitting just a few feet away from the warming glow of the television screen, watching his hero Dean Malenko work through those technical classics?
The guy thinks he's a technical wizard now.
You have to wonder what happened, right?
A mid-card messiah, a technical wizard, and he doesn't seem to like Pompano Joe very much.
Part of me wants to know, out of morbid curiosity, what's going on in Michael's mind. The rest of me is terrified to find out.
The guy's lost it. I think he's just jealous of Pompano Joe's dance moves. I mean, who would it be, right?
Yeah, right,
who would
right.
it be?
The dude, he's too legit to quit.
That he is.
So, we'd like to see you here at Rockstar Pro Arena. That's 1106 East 3rd Street in Dayton, Ohio. We have a shit ton of events coming up.
That we do.
Let's start at the beginning. We'll start with Wednesday, November 4th. Be here at Amped. In fact, be here for all the amps, because it's super cheap and totally awesome.
Each and every Wednesday, only $6. Come on now. Get your ass over here.
You said it. And then the following day, on November the 5th, if you are a trained professional wrestler, you need to be at Rockstar Pro Arena. Why? Because the bulldozer himself, Matt Tremont, will be running a seminar covering everything in wrestling from A to Z.
That he will be. The CZW World Heavyweight Champion will be here. And I mean, if you're a professional wrestler, right? Mm-hmm. And you want to learn from all the best around.
Right.
I mean, Rockstar Pro, they keep having seminars here. We had David Starr at the seminar. Now we have the CZW World Champion Matt Tremont here. You got to get here. You got to learn. Hone your craft here at Rockstar Pro with one of the best.
Right. Learn in-ring skills, learn how to promote yourself on social media.
It's not just in-ring wrestling. I mean, it's everything within the sport of professional wrestling.
Absolutely. So we have that. And then the following night, Friday, November 6th, it is November Coming Fire.
It's going to be hot. We've been talking about it. I can't wait for this one. What an iPay-per-view it's going to be. Rockstar Pro iPay-per-views, they've been insane lately. This one won't be any different.
No, not at all. We have Sid Fabulous versus Matt Tremont. We have the 60-minute Iron Man match, Dave Chris versus David Starr. Gory versus Maverick. We have the baddest killers alive defending their titles in a scramble. And we have the Rockstar Pro Championship match, our champion, Ron Mathis, versus DJ Hyde. And I gotta say, whoever ends up winning that match, they're gonna have both Ben Chimera and Kyle Craven hot on their tail.
Yeah, that too, and whoever wins the Cicero Cup, right? I mean, we don't know who's going to win that, but that guy will have a championship match. He could choose the Rockstar Pro Championship.
It's true.
It could be after that match. Who knows?
It's true. So be here November 6th. That's Friday. Doors open at 7, bells at 7:30 for November Coming Fire. And then your weekend of kick-ass wrestling continues. Did I say and then too loud, Noah? You're shaking your head at me.
Keep doing it.
I'm sorry.
Keep all this in the podcast, please.
I get excited. November 7th, that's this following Saturday, CZW presents Cerebral.
I can't wait for this one, too. Every time the Combat Zone comes here to Dayton, Ohio, it's a hell of a good time, that's for sure. And then here at this Cerebral event, we have the Bulldozer Matt Tremont facing off against DJ Hyde. DJ Hyde could walk out with 2 championships after this weekend. Can you believe that? Rockstar Pro Championship and the CZW World Heavyweight Championship. It could happen.
It could.
It's a scary thought, but it could happen. And let's not forget, this event will also be Jake Christ's last ever CZW match. And if you want to say farewell to Jake Christ, you want to honor one of the best wrestlers I've ever seen in this area, you have to be here for CZW Cerebral.
That's a huge deal. Make sure you cancel your other plans. If you're in jail, break out. November 7th, be here for CZW Cerebral. And then if you're into some crazy music, be here November 9th at 7 p.m. It's an all-ages show, but don't worry, those of you who are of age, you can get your alcohol if you want it. P-Lander Z, the crazy Japanese comic book-inspired wild punk band, will be here with Deuterus and Dipspit.
Is that all the music plugs?
I think that's all we have for this episode.
Oh, good. So I'm not going to mispronounce any music.
No, it's just me.
Great. Awesome. That was my birthday wish, to be honest.
Hey, well.
I didn't want to mispronounce any band names. And
you didn't.
Happy birthday to me.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Absolutely. So we want to thank you again for watching, or not watching, for listening.
I have my eyes open when I listen to this.
Yeah, well, thanks anyway. Be here for November Coming Fire. Be here every Wednesday. We want to thank Truth and Triumph Tattoo, Alley Cat Designs, HGDP. Is that right?
I don't even know.
Horror, Death, Gore Productions. I might be wrong. I apologize. To
I'm
the music
horrible with
label.
acronyms, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, nevertheless, be here and be square for November Coming Fire.
Happy birthday to me.
That's all for this episode. Be sure to come back for another edition of Backstage Pass, Rockstar Pro Wrestling's official podcast.
What a moment in time to capture. I'm so glad that we were there. Well, I mean, we're there for every amp.
Yeah.
But I feel very fortunate to have been there on the 28th when Aaron Williams recaptured Rockstar Pro Gold.
Yeah, history was made, and I mean, what a great moment that was. The Rockstar Nation, they were amped up for that one.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
It was a great match. I mean, if you ask me, that's one of the best matches that Rockstar's had this year. I mean,
Definitely.
if you ask me, you have Jake Chris Hero, you have Jake Christ versus Dave Christ, and then you
Right.
have that. Those are the three best matches I think we've seen this year. What a match. What a moment. First ever two-time Rockstar Pro Champion. I'm psyched up.
Yeah. It was so great to be a part of that. And you can watch it for free on YouTube on the Rockstar Pro
Yeah,
channel.
you can, and you can hear our lovely voices as well.
Damn straight. So, obviously, with a new champion, we're not quite sure what the card's going to look like on November 6th for November Coming Fire, because Ron Mathis has already announced he will be using his rematch clause, and on this Wednesday's Amped, on November 4th, you will see Ron Mathis versus Aaron Williams for the Rockstar Pro Championship.
What a week this is going to be at the Rockstar
Oh,
Pro
yeah.
Arena. I mean, this Wednesday, November 4th, as you said, this could be one of the biggest amps ever.
Yeah.
I mean, you have Aaron Williams versus Ron Mathis, Rockstar Pro Championship on the line. One of the biggest main events you'll see. That's pay-per-view main event worthy, no
Oh,
doubt
yeah,
about it.
Easily.
And not only that, you get Jake Christ and the bulldozer Matt Tremont as well in a matchup on that Wednesday.
Hell yeah.
And then you have November Coming Fire that Friday, followed up by CZW on Saturday. I mean, this is like wrestling paradise right here.
Oh, yeah. It's a hell of a week for pro wrestling in Dayton. And we do have some additional updates for November Coming Fire. The Tag Team Championship Scramble has been announced. The champions, the baddest killers alive, that's Jake Christ and Rockstar Pro Champion Aaron Williams, will take on the team of Grits and Gravy, that's obviously Bruce Gray and John Murray, versus the two-man militia, Matt Taylor and Desmond Xavier. Also, we'll see Alex Colon and Chainsaw Joe Gacy teaming up, and the team of Clayton Jackson, better known as Pex,
Absolutely.
and Kyle Craven.
He's got some pecs too.
Yeah, definitely. And the team of Ohio is for Killers with Dustin Reyes and Zachary Wentz. That is going to be an insane scramble.
That is a lot of talent in one ring right there, no doubt about it. You know, Grits and Gravy, they're not happy that they haven't gotten their official rematch,
Right.
one team versus one team, back
Right.
at the Gold, but they get a shot to get it back here at November Coming Fire. And some of those teams, I mean, you have Chainsaw Joe Gacy in the match, you have OI4K, Kyle Craven's teaming up in the match with Clayton. I mean, this is going to be a great matchup.
Oh, yeah, Desmond Xavier teaming up with Matt Taylor. I mean, that is an explosive combination right
Yeah,
there.
and, you know, this also could mean, as we're talking about with Aaron Williams might have 2 championship matches in one night if he can retain this Wednesday.
Maybe. Additionally, we have an announcement about the American Lucha Corps Championship match. That will be a 4-way match with the champion, everyone's homie, Pompano Joe.
He's too legit.
He is. He won't quit. Versus the man simply known as Michael.
I guess that means this match will be on the mid-card. I don't know.
I guess so. If Michael has his way, at
Yeah.
least. Versus the Pitbull Ganger.
Oh, man. It's always dangerous with Ganger in there.
Versus special guest Tim Donst.
Yeah, what a match this is going to be. A lot of talent in here and Michael.
Burn.
I hope he doesn't hear that.
He's already done his piece. He doesn't.
That's true. But yeah, Tim Dunst, I mean, anytime this guy shows up at a Rockstar Pro Arena, it's a treat. And he's going to be in there with Pompano Joe, Ganger, Michael. He's going to be in there with some hard hitters and some dance moves. Let's see if he can hit hard and dance in this match.
We'll find out at November Coming Fire. And one more time, we have to reiterate, we don't know who's going to be facing DJ Hyde. It may be Ron Mathis. It may be Aaron Williams. You'll find out on November 4th, amped, before you head back to Rockstar Pro Arena for November Coming Fire on the 6th.
Yeah. One thing we do know, the Rockstar Pro Championship will be on the line.
Right.
At November Coming Fire, and DJ Hyde will be getting a title shot.
So be there. Come say hi to Mark and I.
Hi.
Come say hi to Mark and me.
English, whatever.
Whatevs. So, yeah, we'll see you there.
Hi.
I will burn you like the crazy world of Arthur Brown.